And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 13th episode of the Crypto Bull. In today's episode, we will be doing a live stream analysis of, I'm going to show it here, Bitcoin Diamond. So, how does this work? Well, like all previous episodes, I will be relying on the information and questionnaires as used in my own course titled Crypto Bull: How to Maximize Your Profit During Any Market, which can be found here on Gumroad. The course itself talks about, well, maximizing your profit no matter the market, so the basics to trading. However, in order to become a good trader, you need to find, well, decent cryptocurrency projects. And for that, there is a special dedicated page here I'm going to show you. So that's the title: Where to Invest. These are some ground rules you will need to analyze a project. So to summarize, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to take a look at the historical value of Bitcoin Diamond. We want to see its historical value resemble akin to the chart here on screen. We're going to take a look at the community and its dedicated websites, the newsrooms and hashtags concerning the project. Why? Well, a healthy project has an active community. Highlighted it here on screen. Daily or weekly updated news articles, trending hashtags, or simply be trending on a variety of social media, and a modern, up-to-date website. So, let us begin. I'm going to close a few ones here. There we go. So, how do we start? Well, you can go to a website like CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko as indicated here on screen. Simply type in Bitcoin Diamond. This is the basis on how I research my coins when I want to invest in it. So, Bitcoin Diamond, what do we see here on screen? When it concerns market capitalization, so for the entire listed crypto market on CoinGecko, it ranks at number 156, so not even in the top 100. Current value €1.80. I'm going to switch to US dollar. So $2.17. Is in a downtrend in the last 24 hours, in a decline of 4.7%. What else do we see here? It's a dedicated website, single one, BTCD token view. So these indicate, why is it in Dutch? My apologies. There we go. So the explorers, these are the blockchain explorers. I see no mention of a Binance coin or a Binance chain, Ethereum chain, so it functions on its own proper blockchain. Bonus points right there. Communities, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and a Slack. I know this one, that's generally used by developers to reach out to a community. Frequently used in, well, communities for what's the proper English word again? Well, yeah, if you're freelancing, etc., for a company or are in a very small time company. So I know a little bit about Slack. Source code available on GitHub. Tags cryptocurrency, so it considers itself to be a cryptocurrency. No further information needed. Market cap 408 million. 7 million in 24-hour trading volume. Circulating supply, that's always interesting to see here. 188,156,897 coins in circulation of the 210 million coins. But want to see at the historical value. So these are the changes on historical, well, its historical value in the last 24 hours at the peak when done. But as always, I'm more interested in the entire run. And what I can tell, this doesn't look entirely, well, not at all at the graph I wanted to see. High peak here, January 2018, and then it crashed and, well, practically flatlined with a little uptick here just in the last couple of weeks, I dare say. not looking all too good. Yearly basis remained more or less stable. With just here, well, with beginning of the bull run, it gradually increased with a peak here on the 8th of April from this year, so but 2 or 3 weeks ago, as of date of this live stream, and crashed down again. Still peaking. Well, I'm going to keep it for later on. So see here, general bullish trend. So in upward tick, was in upward tick. Here it is remaining relatively stable in the last 14 days. It's even in a downtrend. What I wanted to tell here is, well, when you are looking at the graphs here at 180 days, 90 days, and 30 days, it might give the impression of being, on long to mid-term, it's a fairly good coin. But like I said, it's always interesting to look at max, and you see here that it actually peaked in January 2018 and then practically flatlined. The little upheaval you see here is purely market speculation, so that it follows the market as it is to this date, which is quite clearly seen if you see it here on yearly basis. So May, July, nothing, and here in November, with around the time of the elections, suddenly an uptick with in tandem with the market, and peaked here for one reason or another. Anyway, 180 days even shows it better, and 90 days with much more volatility. So, what else? These are the exchanges where it's listed. That's sponsored, so put that away. Available on Binance, it's BTC, OKX, Gates.io, and Huobi Global. So Binance is being the biggest one for most small-time coins, I dare say. And there's a little about here. So price today $2.16 USD dollars. Price is down. Circulating supply of about 190 million BCD of a max supply of 210 million. Bonus points for having a reasonable market cap. I dare say what I call reasonable is between a few million coins up to several billion coins, I must say. As soon as you surpass, for example, above the 50 billion coins in circulation, it's better off to simply have unlimited supply of coins. Why? The numbers are that big, and well, at that point, it's better to simply focus on scarcity. So the scarcity for the production of the coins. So 200 million circulation, fairly good number, and almost all are being mined, so no problem at all there. So the about Bitcoin Diamond is a fork of Bitcoin that occurs at a predetermined height of block, so that's a little bit of side information. So just remember, it's a fork of Bitcoin. We'll be creating blocks with a new proof of work algorithm, so it deviates from the classic proof of work algorithm. From the general proof of work consensus protocol that Bitcoin works with, because it will develop and enhance the protection for account transfer and privacy based on the original features. So this part didn't really change. We'll continue now. The new original split from the legend share the same transaction, so we're going to start branching coming into a unique block. So yeah, basically this says we are a fork of Bitcoin. We made some alterations towards the proof of work algorithm. That's it. Just a very long-winded explanation here. So that's some propaganda, but the most important part you may find here is that they claim to have faster transaction times, lower fees, and easier access to new users, which is yet to be seen. Yeah, so that's bashing on Bitcoin, so it almost seems as if they reinvented hot water. Won't be a valid replacement for normal until users make small purchases. So Basically, this is a little bit of marketing talk to say, look, we adapted the blockchain of Bitcoin Diamond in order to have faster transaction times, have lower fees, and so-called have easier access to new users. And they start comparing it to Bitcoin, which, in my opinion, is never a solid move to do. If you have a genuine product and you are convinced of its efficiency, you do not start comparing towards your detractors. You simply state the facts as they are, period. So this raises a few question marks and doubt in my mind. So one of the main is encryption, private personalized on computer code. The team behind Bitcoin wants to encrypt more user information. Not all too good, so there's a little bit of influence in privacy coins here. BTCD. So they said we want to develop more, but we're not going to do it. That's basically where it boils down to. They feel that governments will soon start passing laws that stop cryptocurrencies from hiding user data. In a statement published on Medium, the team noted Japan and Russia as examples of this trend. So, where it concerns that part, well, if you are working on chain, your data and ID are, well, non-existent. You are anonymous. The only part where your ID can be attached towards a private wallet is through centralized exchanges such as Coinbase, Binance, Gemini, Bitvavo, etc., etc. So this really is a little bit of a non-point. Anyway, it's processing much larger blocks than Bitcoin in the same amount of time. Okay, so this implies they adapted the block size. Block mean more transaction and quicker average transaction time. More or less true. More on that later. To mine BCD with less powerful computers. Okay. GPU mining allows more users to get involved in supporting in the network. It can only be a good thing. Okay, so it's GPU mining currently, as stated here. So yeah, that's mostly marketing talk, not too much viable information can be detracted here. As promised, we're going to take a visit at their website, btcd.io. Website is taking some time to load, quite some time even. Okay, heavy website. Well, I'm going to say nicely programmed already with a little bit of, well, stock video, I dare say. Better than a credit card, better than cash, better than fiat. A quick read, first transaction, that we already know. Better than cash, you can use from my country and have them shipped to your doorstep. So basic premise, which also applies to Bitcoin, better than fiat. Basic premise already applies to Bitcoin. So you know, let's get involved. Okay, so can write up. Hope you guys didn't see that one. So your email addresses, Bitcoin Diamond, an opportunity for all, buy, shop, download. So there's an immediate link towards the white paper, like that one. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to open it up. Exchanges, Changely, I hope I pronounced that one right. Bitwit, by reason Binance is their main trader, but they are referring towards somewhere else, but you never know, you never know. Perhaps needs an update. BCD Bazaar, so they have an, well, digital shop, I'm going to say, where you can buy hardware, it seems, microscope, projectors, portable audio and videos. Okay, just out of curiosity, cameras and photos, something I'm interested in. So okay, they are about buying and selling merchandise here. Okay, I must admit this one is actually quite cool. I haven't seen or encountered such a thing yet with other projects. So I must say these are definitely positive points for Bitcoin Diamond for, well, being able to buy immediately a variety of products, even grocery, gourmet food they mention here with Bitcoin Diamond. Nice, like that one. This is the white paper, neatly programmed, neatly written, neatly edited. Abstract origins, hard fork transaction, proof of work algorithm, lightning network, roadmap, financials. Seems to be a rather short one. Quick scroll. So an abstract at the introduction. So of clients. So bashing a little bit on Bitcoin for a perceived error. They'd say no. It's not really an error, but moreover, an established fact that Bitcoin indeed, when compared to other crypto projects, is slower when it concerns transaction speed, but nothing too insurmountable when making use of layer 2 solutions like the Lightning Network, which speeds up transactions being made on the Bitcoin blockchain. So it's not really, to say, a solid basis to develop your project on. Still to adopt scaling solutions such as Segwit with well over half current efficient protocol. I'm not entirely a critic here, and I don't want to sound like a Bitcoin maximalist, but if this occurs, you might, well, the statement thereafter of being less efficient protocol might not be necessarily true, and might have to do that the protocol itself is probably more efficient than the proposed solution. So watch out when writing such things, but dates from 3 years ago anyway. The adoption for digital currencies continues to outpace Bitcoin's abilities to scale. There's a danger that Satoshi's digital cash will eventually fall behind other payment platforms, whatever. Weakness or nah. Even 8, so block size would be 8 megabytes on transactions per second, or 4.8 million a day. Okay, 10 times current speed of BTC. Okay, BTCD prevents centralization of mining power by using E13 proof of work, a mining algorithm that is resistant to ASICs and frankly to GPUs. I can get into much more detail when it concerns the X13 algorithm for proof of work. Most important part is that it is resistant, well, tries to be resistant to ASICs. Without getting too much into technical detail, I believe I've heard and read somewhere that X13 isn't as ASIC proof as it might be, so it might be a little bit outdated. For example, Ravencoin themselves also use other algorithm. That's the was it 16 or 26 country member? Also proof of work protocol, which is more as resistant to ASICs. Yeah, I'm not going to get into details, but just remember here, ASIC resistant, which can make it more decentralized than well, as it is. So yeah, I'm searching my words here. I'm going to get deeper into it. The reason why I like reading here that it's ASIC resistant and my claim that it makes a project more decentralized has to do with the hashing rate of the ASIC miners. My apologies. If there's no limitation on it, well, more and more companies will start amassing dedicated miners with high hash rates. This can result in a centralization of hashing power, which makes the blockchain less decentralized. So it will remain decentralized, but there will be bigger mining pools, bigger centralized servers, so to speak, who are mining the coin. And should, for example, one of these mining pools become severely regulated, it might be the case that a lot of hashing power and security of the project itself is suddenly lost. So that's one of the reasons why I say I like seeing ASIC resistance here. Now, is it bad if it isn't present? Not at all. Just look at Bitcoin. Despite being primarily mined by ASICs, there's still a high degree of decentralization taking place, so it isn't as bad. So enchantments, blah blah blah. That's the fork which we read about. So here they give a visual representation how it occurred. You also get, and I'm very grateful they included it here, the block size difference. Original Bitcoin has 1 megabyte block size, and perhaps increased through SegWit with 2 to 4 megabytes. Bitcoin Diamond has has blocks of 8 megabytes. This implies that the blockchain they are creating is going to be much bigger than Bitcoin, will take up more space due to the bigger block size. But this doesn't necessarily mean that the blockchain is going to be bigger. It has the potential to become heavier when it concerns its load, so the space it will take up in the full nodes when compared to the original Bitcoin. I explicitly say has the potential to, by reason, well, your blocks need to be filled with transactions. If you've got enormous, big blocks, like for example, not 8 megabytes, but for each block 5 gigabytes, and you only have 2 or 3 transactions being stored on it, the blockchain will remain small, but has tremendous potential to become enormously big when it concerns load. So there's a certain balance, equilibrium that needs to be found. For the original Bitcoin, I dare say 1 megabyte blocks, well, it functions well, but perhaps future-wise it might be a little bit of a limitation, which is partially solved by Bitcoin Diamond now. Let's hope future-wise they will get on the same level of adoption like the original Bitcoin in such case. But that's an entire other discussion. So November 24th, 2017, so it was a fork. So they even compare it towards Bitcoin Cash and other projects. So max supply millions. So the tenfold distribution, mining and claiming resembles a bit of like Bitcoin Cash. Optimized E13, so GPU, making it ASIC resistant, unlike 2 other contestants. Block time 10 minutes, so across the line, so you can clearly see here has been increased. Block size SegWit 8 to 32, 1 megabyte, 8 megabytes, so probably a hard copy somewhere of Bitcoin Cash. Fork of that one and added some, changed the block size even further. Blockchain size approximately 135 gigabyte, 145, 135. Difficulty adjustment every 12 hours, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, approximately. Transactions a day, 4.8. These are theoretical, but as you can see here, it's a little bit of a combination between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. So I assume the developers tried to take the best of 2 worlds, so the best of Bitcoin and the best of Bitcoin Cash, which in itself is already another fork of Bitcoin. So transactions, 4 fast transactions, so they adjusted block size. Lower transaction costs with a larger supply. Okay, yeah. Segregate witness to optimize storage. Okay. Now that's how SegWit blocks work. Block header, so added witness, etc. So yeah. Computer is getting slow here. Might be the website, but yeah, we'll figure it out. The proof of work algorithm, so yeah, not going to continue onwards with this one. So, positive point, white paper is available. Sadly enough, well, I wanted to say they do not get too much into technical detail. They actually do, but instead of being genuine about what they are about and how everything functions, it seems to me they are quite busy explaining the adjustments they made and reflecting it on, Bitcoin itself. One of the ground rules I adhere by is, as mentioned before, if you are convinced of your own project, if you are convinced of your own product, you do not need to compare it towards another one. It has merit, it can stand on its own. So, those are a little bit negative points here. It seems, especially when it concerns the inception date, that this actually started as more or less I'm not going to say a scam coin, probably being been used as a scam coin, but as a viable alternative to Bitcoin, which solved a lot of the issues that were encountered during the bull run of 2017. So it's a bit of a side project, but yeah, solving a bit of issues that could have been solved with second layer solutions and which are solved with second layer solutions, making this one a little bit redundant. But yeah, it's my duty here to remain unbiased, but that's a little bit the vibe I'm getting here. So yeah, roadmaps. 2019 it ended, it seems. A bit sad. Pay wallet. Merchants. Okay. Okay, available on a lot more exchanges. Binance is the biggest one. There are a lot not being mentioned here, probably due to being made redundant or simply too small. Mining pools, okay, that's actually pretty positive, and not too many cryptocurrency projects share the mining pools or immediate links towards it. Blockfolio, CoinGecko. So yeah, it came in through CoinGecko. Like I said, I always want to see the latest news and blog articles from like until August 10, 2020. Accomplished. So yeah, it seems as if since last year, August 10, 2020, nothing really new occurred here. February 17th. Okay. Day Bazaar, the Explorer. Just out of curiosity, we're going to take a quick peek. 28th, that's today. So there's some active trades going on. Blocks being mined. Okay. Let's head back here. I see a lot more. Oh, right. Shouldn't have. Yeah. Okay, it looks a bit faster here. Download. I'm curious. Yeah, okay. Those are the wallets. About us. That is always an interesting given. I believe when it was launched, the quality was much better. Annoying sound. What is Bitcoin? So once again, the entire explanation with a little bit of additional technical details. No developments, 6%. There's a service, global market, expanding community, legal compliance, etc., etc. Once again, comparison charts, roadmap. Okay, they've been busy. So beginning 2019, roadmap ended. Fair enough. Our team. No, I'm curious. I like to see a team somewhere here. By reason, it enables you to put a face on it. Okay. Seems to be quite international. Make a new profile. I'm just going to take a quick peek at the variety of social media of the team itself. You never know. Chief operating thing. So that's one. That one is legit. Based in China. Also based in China is the architect. Okay. Not too much professional movement here. Carl S. Champion Advisor. Okay, listed. So yeah, Korea Coin Group. No mention. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he's attached to Huobi, so he got drawn here. The blockchain engineer, so that's probably the real boss. Each time I see blockchain engineer, that's the guys doing the factual work here. 2 years, 10 months. Okay. Zheng, also based in China. Developer. CEO advisor. Okay, yeah, I'm going to close all of them. From what I can tell, team is legit. There's the necessary amount of links towards the social media, so they can be traced, which implies there's less likelihood of being a scam. So that it was incepted as some, well, genuine project. And here we have, oh, the communities. That's a handy one. Going to leave this one open. I'm going to continue further analyzing the communities here. Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, Slack. If something's missed, I can easily look up. I'll hear the communities and have a little peek. Twitter. 30 and 100 followers, so quite small in comparison with other projects I've seen. 30th September 2020, new scam. Scam alert. 7th of April, 17th of March. So the Twitter isn't as active as it should be. So yeah, it's practically dead. Especially considering the amount of followers it has and the amount of interaction. It seems it's more of a more used for speculation than anything else. So that's a nope. Telegram channel, the Facebook channel. This one's isn't even pinned. 24th July 2018. Yeah, Facebook page is as dead as can be. I see here another website. Take a quick peek. Taken offline, so that's the old website. Telegram channel, Telegram desktop. I'm going to take a quick peek here. Telegram channel seems to be quite dead also. Last message 12:07. So yeah, mind with that. Yeah, there's a Slack page which I can't enter. So continue with community. There's YouTube. I'm going to take a quick peek at. A few videos. Those are the most recent uploads, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So it seems not much activity going on. Only 252 people actively following it. Playlists, nothing. YouTube as dead as can be. Joy. Oh. No. Anyway. Reddit, it wasn't listed, I believe, so I'm going to take a quick peek over there. 2 years ago, yeah, the Reddit's also as dead as can be, so no possibility to make amends. So yeah, available on GitHub. I'm going to wrap up this episode. I've seen quite enough here. Stop sharing. So, what must I conclude here? Well, quite frankly, Bitcoin Diamond is like some other projects I have seen but not yet analyzed here in these episodes as another attempt to improve upon Bitcoin. Incepted naturally 2017, 2018 with the first very big Bitcoin, well, crypto market run when everything was in uptick. There was, well, a little bit as it is now with the current ongoing bull run, a lot of projects being incepted, being made. But it seems, well, when it concerns development, everything has been halted since 2019, approximately. Practically, well, like Jonathan Sins says here, according to the chart, seems like a dead coin. I can guarantee and I can confirm it is a dead project. All social media are dead apart from Telegram, which has some activity, though I believe it might be for, well, still being active due to, well, risk-taking investors. That's the only thing keeping it up straight. Still listed on Binance, so you can actually trade on it. Yeah, chart as shown in the beginning of the episode, well, it flatlined. So, and there's also no new news articles, no blogs. So it's official. This is our very first dead coin. Should you invest in it? I'm going to say no. By reason, it tries to solve a redundant problem. The idea behind it, probably in 2017, was mind blowing, as much as a lot of current cryptocurrency projects being incepted now during this bull run, all being tied towards NFT, so non fungible tokens, or DeFi back in 2017, was all about being the next Bitcoin. Bitcoin Diamond is such a project. So, would you invest in it? Absolutely not. However, can you still use it? I dare say yes, but not for the reasons you might expect. Bitcoin Diamond, as shown on chart, well, it has flatlined, but is still stuck at a certain level of value at around $2 approximately. So you might use it as a semi stable coin to exchange, so you do not have to default back towards fiat currency. So to conclude, do not invest in Bitcoin Diamond. It tried to solve a redundant problem. Furthermore, is there no active development anymore, and the project itself is as dead as can be. So this wraps it up. I thank you all for watching this live stream. Hope you learned something new. If you guys have questions, do not hesitate to connect with me through Twitter, through leaving a comment here down below on the video, and hope to see you guys in the next live stream. Bye.